Naresh stood in the glass-walled boardroom of VTech, her reflection pale against the Mumbai skyline. The city hummed below, a pulse of ambition and chaos, but up here on the 42nd floor, silence clung like damp air. The mahogany table gleamed under LED lights, surrounded by men in tailored suits, their faces a mix of pity and impatience. Her husband's will lay open before them, its words a fresh wound. Vikram, the visionary CEO of VTech, was gone. Heart attack, they said, sudden and merciless. Naresh, at 48, felt the weight of his absence, but it was the will's final clause that cut deepest. His controlling shares, the heart of the tech empire he'd built, were left not to her, not to their son Arjun, but to Sanjay Gupta, the CFO. She adjusted her sari, a deep indigo silk that Vikram had loved, and forced her voice steady. "Can you read that again, Mr. Sharma?" she asked the lawyer, her former colleague from her days at the bar. Her legal mind, dormant for years, stirred. Sharma, spectacled and nervous, cleared his throat. "To Sanjay Gupta, I bequeath my 51% controlling shares in VTech Solutions, in recognition of his loyalty and vision for the company's future." Sanjay leaned back in his chair, a faint smile on his lips. He was younger than Vikram, mid-40s, with a polished charm that masked something sharper. Naresh's eyes flicked to Arjun, seated beside Sanjay. Her son, 25 and newly promoted to junior executive, nodded slightly, as if the decision made perfect sense. "Sanjay's been Dad's right hand," Arjun had said last night, his voice fervent. "He's my mentor, Ma. He'll take VTech to the next level." Naresh's fingers tightened around her clutch. Mentor. The word grated. Arjun had always been Vikram's shadow, eager to prove himself, but this devotion to Sanjay felt wrong. She'd raised him to question, to think, yet here he was, blind to the man who now held their family's legacy. The boardroom emptied, condolences trailing like perfume. Sanjay approached, his handshake firm. "Naresh, I know this is a shock. Vikram trusted me to carry his vision. I won't let him or you down." She nodded, her smile a mask. "Of course, Sanjay. We'll see." At home that evening, in the sprawling Bandra flat where Vikram's laughter once filled the rooms, Naresh couldn't sit still. Arjun was out, likely at VTech's offices, learning the ropes under Sanjay. She poured a glass of wine, then set it down untouched. Instead, she opened Vikram's laptop, a sleek device he'd guarded even from her. The password, Arjun's birth date, unlocked it easily, a small betrayal of its own. A folder labeled VS Archive caught her eye. It was encrypted, but Naresh hadn't forgotten her old tricks. Years ago, she'd walked away from law to support Vikram's dream, but her mind was still ablaze. After an hour of trial and error, she cracked it. Emails loaded, hundreds of them between Vikram and Sanjay. Her heart sank as she read. "Stock dip plan for Q3, Sanjay wrote in one. "Short the shares, then buy back low. We'll clear 20 crore each." Vikram's reply was curt. "Make it clean. No traces." Naresh's breath caught. Stock manipulation. Vikram had been complicit. But Sanjay's later emails, sent after Vikram's death, were bolder, directing funds to an offshore account in the Caymans. He'd played her husband, and now he held the company. She leaned back, the city lights blurring through her tears. Anger replaced grief. Sanjay thought her a grieving widow, a bystander. He was wrong. The next morning, Naresh dressed in a crisp blazer, her sari swapped for power. She called Priya, an old friend from law school now at SEBI, India's market regulator. "I need a favor," Naresh said, voice low. "Can you trace transactions for VTech stock? Off the record." Priya hesitated. "Naresh, this is big. If there's fraud." "I know. Just look." While Priya dug, Naresh visited VTech's headquarters. The receptionist, a young woman named Anjali, brightened at her arrival. "Ma'am, it's good to see you," Anjali said, her voice warm. Naresh smiled, noting her sharpness. Anjali deserved more than fetching coffee. In the boardroom, Naresh met the directors, most loyal to Vikram's memory. She didn't mention the emails yet, just listened, planting seeds of doubt about Sanjay's sudden rise. "Vikram trusted you all," she said. "Let's honor him by ensuring his legacy is safe." They nodded, wary but receptive. Arjun, though, was a problem. At dinner, he was distant, praising Sanjay's bold moves. Naresh probed gently. Your promotion to junior executive, Sanjay pushed for it? Arjun's fork paused. Yeah, he saw my potential. Dad didn't. Her heart twisted. Sanjay's bribe was clear now, a shiny title to buy Arjun's silence. She wanted to shake him, to demand why he'd trusted a snake over his own father, but she held back. Arjun would learn the hard way. Over weeks, Naresh built her case. Priya's data confirmed Sanjay's stock manipulation. Millions funneled through shell companies. Naresh met secretly with board members, sharing just enough to sway them. She also started mentoring Anjali and other young women at VTech, teaching them negotiation and strategy in quiet evening sessions. You're the future, she told them, seeing her younger self in their hungry eyes. The annual board meeting loomed. Naresh had one shot. She prepared a presentation. The emails decrypted and cross-referenced with Priya's data. Sanjay, smug as ever, underestimated her until the moment she stood, projector flickering to life. Gentlemen, she began, Sanjay Gupta has betrayed VTech. The room froze. Sanjay's smile faltered as Naresh laid out his crimes, dates, transactions, emails. The board erupted. Arjun in the corner went pale. Ma, what are you doing? He whispered. She ignored him, her voice steel. I moved to remove Sanjay Gupta as CFO and transfer the shares to a trust for VTech's future, managed by this board. The vote was swift. Sanjay was out, escorted by security. Naresh turned to Arjun, his face a mask of shame. Why didn't you tell me? She asked later alone. They promised me VP, he mumbled. I thought I was helping Dad's vision. Naresh sighed. You'll make this right, Arjun. Start by being honest. She took a board seat, not for power but to guide. Her mentorship program grew, empowering women like Anjali to rise. Sanjay's trial came and went, his empire of lies crumbling. Naresh, once Vikram's shadow, now stood in her own light, VTech stronger for it.